seconds, ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So North Carolina's offense will go on the attack first. Motion from the wide receiver. Dropping back, it's Sanchez. Grabs it in the middle. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire, and those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens, but you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Wants to throw it again, and why not? They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Finds his man. It's Warren. And just a short and safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Plenty of options here. Run or pass on third down right around midfield. It's caught. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. The Tar Heels are rolling down the field. They'll go back to the ground. Picks up the first down. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Really put an offensive possession together here that's fun to watch. Like, it's fun to watch them own the line of scrimmage, be physical. In this area of the field, this is what they call the fringe, right outside the red zone. It's kind of your last opportunity to take shit.
Makes the catch, and he's free. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
Well, it's pretty apparent who they want to get the football to on this drive, right? It hasn't mattered where this guy is lined up, which side of the field. That's where the quarterback is throwing it. And the defense now has got to take account of that. What's that, 4 or 5 catches in a row? Crazy.
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, North Carolina! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Well, I know a big question coming into this one was how locked in was this offense going to be early? We've seen offenses throughout the season struggle with rhythm and execution early in games. Not a problem for this offense here. In this game, in this environment, all 11 guys locked in. Great job running, throwing, execution was beautiful, and they're able to cap off the opening drive of the game with a nice run to get on the board.
They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Wants to throw. It's Sanchez. He's got the tight end. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Tar Heels have a lot of options on second and inches. The inside handoff. Finding some room. Gets it out to the 40-yard line. Give him 5 on that one.
And a nice crisp run. Great job. Maybe expecting pass, in second down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the first down.
Wide receiver going in motion. Quick release on the RPO. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
Second down, he'll throw it. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains and the screen pass is effective.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Warren. Push down for the tackle.
And what a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball that quick. It's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him, getting him on the ground for no gain.
They go to the counter, fighting off the defender. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Guys, we've reached the end of the period and North Carolina's on top. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Dropping back, it's Sanchez. Got it. He did everything he could to find enough running room, and he'll be stopped. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. They get to him as he throws. Makes the grab. It's Warren. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You could tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
Big collision there, and they'll mark him down after a 6-yard gain.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. The Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. Finds his man, it's Warren. Makes a grab, and he's dragged down.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Shakes off the defender. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Got it, looking for a first. Breaks free, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Tar Heels! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Handoff to the lone back. Hard running there. Found a little bit of running room on that one, but he's brought down and the clock continues to run. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the EA Sports College Football.
And the Tar Heels will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. And so the Tar Heel offense makes its way onto the field to start the drive. So as soon as they step on the field here in the third quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive...
Got a little grass. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
And the thing you got to watch out for with this running back is he's pretty streaky. When he breaks off a big one, more big runs normally follow soon after, and you're seeing it now on the last two plays. Big-time plays back-to-back, and you know right now he's calling for the ball again.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Sets up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. And the second down completion was anything but productive. Third and long coming up. Finds the big tight end. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a...
Touchdown, UNC! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like...
Lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
They've got a first down here. Want to start us bend to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. There's a crease. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Breaks out another sweet move and gets it down to the 40.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs. To throw, it's Sanchez. Makes the catch. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. they want to throw it. It's caught. Turning it on. Now Wake Forest will stop the clock and use their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter.
And they did everything right in this 4-minute type situation, trying to bleed the clock. First you get the completion, then you get the first down, and you stay in bounds. You could not execute that play any better.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And this situation here on second down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
Wake calls a timeout, and they have no more to use. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. They not only have to deal with this defense, but the noise from this crowd on 3rd and 4. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. They get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
The two things you're thinking about here offensively is, one, you want to take as much time off the clock. But two, you really want to score another touchdown and make this a 2-possession game. You could almost ice it if you can find a way to get in the end zone here. Just take your time. Don't snap it too quickly.
Motion from the wideout. Makes a catch. And he's only able to pick up about a yard before he stopped on the play. And that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. Nickelback on the field, looking pass as they try to keep this a 1-possession game in the 4th. They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced them into 4th down. They're in makeable field goal range, but on 4th down with this deficit, they'll leave the offense on the field. Got out of trouble and throws. Touchdown, North Carolina! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with
North Carolina's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
This is a pretty easy situation for the offense right here, guys. We need one play. We need one run up front. O-line, we need you to come through for us and ice this game. They do a great job allowing that back to pick up the first.
Yeah, it's just physicality up front. The big boys creating some space because the defense knew what was going on. They have to get a stop here or this football game is over. A lot of guys near the line of scrimmage, they can't get it done, and it is over.
No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival, you're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for them.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.